All right, testing 1, 2. Check, check, check. How about now? All right, can you hear me? Am I on the internet? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm on. Roger. There we go. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. All right, welcome everybody. It's Wednesday. It's coloring day. It's stream day on this channel. I guess every day is coloring day on this channel, but it's stream day. And we have a cover for what is the name of this book? Barbaric, Wrong Kind of Righteous, #1. Drawn by Nate Gooden. This is yeah, Nate Gooden. Barbaric was created by Michael Moreci. It's a vault book, and it looks very cool. They've got about 12 spinoffs, I think, already on this book, so it must be good. No, I read the first series. It's really, really good. If you haven't read Barbaric, definitely check it out. And but anyway, if you guys have questions along the way, feel free. There's no flats today. We get to flat a little bit. I'm probably not going to flat everything because I just don't want to. I'll flat whatever we need to at the bare minimum and go from there. But how are you guys? Everybody good? I'm still hot from the gym. My forehead is still red. I started going back recently, just a couple of weeks ago. It turns out not going for a long time will get you really out of shape. And then, then it gets better. Good morning. Hey, Chris. How's it going? All right. So I'm going to put this on a transparent layer. And I'm going to make a new layer below it. And these are going to be the flats, which are going to be very limited because I don't like flatting. I just don't have time to have a flatter this time. I sent it to my usual flatter, forgetting they don't work Sundays. So, like, hold on. Oh, frog in my throat. But yeah, I checked the folder this morning, the Dropbox folder, and there was nothing in there. I'm like, oh yeah. But yeah, they're in the Philippines and are highly religious, and so they don't flat on Sundays. And I just forgot about that. So anyway, here we are. So if you are going to flat the minimum, that usually means, hold on, I'm already lost. What is this? Yeah, see, you get too close and you can't tell what anything is. But the trick, at least for me, is to make sure that you get all the big shapes, basically. Foreground, background, get the plane separated at minimum. And then anything that, if you're like me, you're going to be changing a bunch. But yeah, exciting. Colors swallows frogs. You won't believe what happens next. That's right. That's what I should call this video. And I'm doing this sort of upside down just so I can see what's on the left side of my hand. It's hard to flat toward your hand because you can't see it. And hey, Jason, how's it going? Welcome. Good morning. Or afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. never know what to talk about while I'm flatting. There's nothing to talk about. I don't think. It's just hanging. All right, let's see. So we got all of that. Now we're gonna get all of that. Make this one color. These colors at this stage don't really matter. What else do we have here that needs to be separated? So here is this is Mr. Barbaric. I think is not his name. It's not his name. I don't know his name, but we have the axe. We have the axe, and so I recognize him. Well, I guess this is going to be separate, so we might as well just do that. And I don't want that to be that color. Isn't this exciting? Oh, momento. Ugh. All right, sorry. I might make it through this stream today. Maybe. Maybe. That has been the biggest difficulty for me in transitioning to a screen tablet. Yeah, it's totally a thing. It's not really talked about very much, but it's absolutely a thing. For sure. Because when you're used to... It took me a little while to get used to that. Because the first, like... Geez, 5-6 years, I was just on a regular Intuos 2. To date myself. Which is currently mounted on the wall. Over there. Because I couldn't get rid of it. I'm like, man, this thing is my whole early coloring career. So, so yeah. Is that weird? Probably. But I couldn't let it go. I cut the cable off of it and put it in and stuck it on the wall. And then when I got an actual display tablet, it took a while. It took me a couple of weeks to get used to it. I am too close to this drawing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, I got it right. Sorry. Sorry. Jeez. Oh my god, sorry. I can't get to my cough button fast enough because my drink's in the way. Let's move. Let's go over there with that. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Hey Davey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope I'm doing okay. I am okay. You can't tell from my cough today, but I am. I'm all right. I am all right. Excuse me. As an iPad user, your tales of getting used to are amusing to me. Amusing. Oh, is it because? Why are they amusing? Is your iPad's just cooler? Is it just cooler? Is that it? Hey, this guy doesn't have drawing problems. He's got an iPad. Don't worry about it, guys. It's all good. No, iPad users never have issues at all. Ever. Nothing to worry about. Alright, there's blood everywhere. So I'm trying to find where the blood's going. Here we go. We're going up this way. That was the note, by the way. You guys asked me sometimes. It was like, hey, did you get notes about the colors? Nate said, bloody. So there you go. Are we here to amuse you? Yeah. Yeah, everybody go get an iPad. They have no problems. I'm sorry, man. I'm just giving you crap for no reason. It's cool. Good day, sir. Been watching since 2018. I hope you've learned something. I hope. Oh man, 2018. That was a long time ago. Yeah, it's been so funny to me lately. I've gotten more than one comment like in the last month from someone saying, "Hey, sorry, this is an old video," but and then they make their comment. Like I don't know how old the videos are. All the comments come to my phone. Like so if it's last week's video or the Spider-Man video from 10 years ago, it's all the same. But I like how people think that, you know, oh, this is an old video. He's not gonna know about this comment. It doesn't work that way. Oh man, good stuff. Yeah, everybody that wants to be a comic book colorist that just joined this stream 10 minutes ago has already given up on that dream. They're like, wait, this is it? Yeah, sorry. Just crushing dreams. How fun this is. No, Dominic, are you a colorist? Are you an artist? Are you an interior designer? What is your profession? Since you've been watching 2018, I'm hoping it's helping in some way other than just, you know, you enjoy the sound of my voice or something. Which is probably not true either. Yeah, this would be one of those streams where it's going to be like boring, 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 good, good, and it's over. I'm still the Bob Ross of comics. Yeah. See, Dominic's already left. Like, that's how big of a fan he is. He came in to go, hey, I've been watching forever. Bye. I've done that before, though, so I can't really knock him for it. Like, some dude I normally watch comes on a stream, and I'm like, hey, I never see this guy stream. Dude, you're great. I can't watch right now. Bye. It's okay. All right, what else? Oh no, he is here. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm just messing with you. That's good. Good, good, good. All right. So all these guys, I'm not fighting all them guys. Is that what is that? Is that a tire? Are there cars in this world? Oh, it's a shield. It's a shield. Like I said, there's no cars here. Lots of messing this morning. Someone woke up cagey. Yeah, I don't know. It's all that testosterone from the gym, you know? I'm just dripping with it all of a sudden, you know? That's got to be it. Now, where are you from, Dominic? Oh, by the way, I've had people asking for a while, and the AI stuff is hit or miss with how it works. But the big 45-minute like how to color with Clip Studio video is now it also has Spanish and Portuguese subtitles. I found a site that I'm gonna try to start doing this on every video because there's a site. Well, one. What do you call it? Premiere does a really good transcription because I don't write scripts ever, hardly, like unless it's like a special announcement or something. And from Lagos, Nigeria. Nice, very cool, very cool. My old job, I had a lot of. It was a home health software company, and we had a lot of Nigerian customers. And so, one time I was in Austin, and I jumped in a cab. And the cabbie was from Nigeria. and I recognized the accent immediately. And I mentioned it to him. I was like, "Are you from Nigeria?" And he's like, "How you know this accent?" You know, like, this is Austin, Texas. Like, how do you know? But no, it was funny. That's very cool. I love the fact that there are people just everywhere that watch this crap. No, thank you so much. Does the axe have I don't know, man. Sure it does. Yeah. Anyway. All right, what happened to mine? Let's get this thing done. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking too much today. It's all this exciting flatting. Yeah, I need a backup emergency flatter on speed dial. Your rattles enable. Well, no, I was visiting Austin. My old job was based in Austin, and I worked from home here in Mississippi. How much you pay for flatting work? Usually 10 to 15, unless it's like 15 is rare for me. Usually that means it's a quick job or something, but yeah. I've got like a whole database of dudes that I could contact. I just didn't really think about it in time this time, so here we are. More blood. You really can't not separate the blood. I'm not going to separate a lot of this stuff, but the blood you pretty much have to separate. Database of dudes. Is that what I said? That actually sounds pretty good. There's dudes and dudettes. Time to ignore some tickets and get the workday over with. Hello, Mr. Powerlifting. How are you? Yeah, and I guess I'll so I guess I need to be thinking about what I'm going to be doing on this once I actually get time to color it, get to color this thing, and I'm thinking we do like a pretty much how it's separated now, like a big plane in the front with axe and Mr. Barbaric. I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. His name is not Mr. Barbaric. But him, and then have like some like maybe like a slash of light going like through here or something. I don't know, I'm kind of seeing that. Maybe magical convenient light slash that just happens to be the perfect shape. I like thinking about the fact that these guys, like, maybe we're in the middle of battle and then they're like, wait, freeze, we gotta cover. Everybody just pause. Or like, can we get the dappled light over here? Whoops. All right, what else? Eyeballs. Those, we'll do those. And we'll just trace this guy's outline, at least to start. His name is Owen. Thank you. Yes, it's Owen. Oh man. Where is? Yeah, you get too close, you can't tell what is happening. Is that a? That's a leg. Is that a leg? I think so. Is Clip Studio better than Photoshop for comic coloring? I work on a Windows PC. I actually think it is better for coloring. Um, Mainly, and I know I've answered this a million times, sorry to my regulars, but mainly because of the reference layer feature. Um, there's a setting where you can basically tell which layer you want your wand to select from, even if you're not on that layer, which is huge. It's not really, this doesn't, I can't really show you yet because we only have the flats, but is that all of him? I think that's all of him. So for example, I can make a new layer on top of this, set this layer as the reference layer. So my flats are here, they're set as a reference layer, and I'm on top of that layer. And even though I'm on top of that layer, I can still make selections from the flats layer. And so I don't have to keep traveling to switch layers every single time I want to make a selection, which is every 2 seconds, you know. So it just saves a lot of time. The only downside is that what do you call it? I'm not 100% sure about the print stuff with it. You know what I mean? I don't really trust it with print files. So they're really close, but they just don't look like Photoshop's exactly. So I don't use it. Like, the last thing I'll do with this is export it to oh, I should save that. Hold on one second. I just realized I haven't even saved this yet, and so if it crashes, it's probably not gonna work. Vault covers. This is vault cover number 36. I have started numbering them because I don't know why, but I felt the need to know how many covers I had done for vault, and so I counted. This is number 36. Let's see, let me label this Barbaric WKOR number 1. There we go. And I'll also set the time lapse to be on because I forgot to do that too. We'll do a YouTube-y thing with it later. Maybe. All right, what else do I need to separate? Let's separate some of this stuff. Was I in the middle of a thought? I can't remember. Reference layers. Yeah. So what I'll do, the very last thing I will do is export this to a PSD, which will go into Photoshop, which will, you know, is where I'll do my final files, because it just looks a little bit better. And I know that the ink limits and all that stuff are right, which you can't set in Clip Studio at all. So that's the only downside right now. And I have talked to some people that have said, oh yeah, well, I used Clip Studio for my book and I used it this way and it worked fine, and maybe it does, but I don't know. It's one of those things. There's a lot of knowledge that gets passed on in comics that's dated and doesn't really work anymore. But somebody 25 years ago told somebody that that's the way it should be, and 25 years later, that person's still telling people that's how it should be. There's a lot of that in comics on the tech side, you know. is what I've found anyway. And so keep that in mind too. Maybe none of what I'm saying matters at all, and I'm wrong. So I don't know. I just don't know. You never get tired of hearing my passion for reference layers. Like, you know. Can you imagine if I had to switch every single time I wanted to make a selection? Like, it would... I mean, I used to do that. It would probably... I think that's part of the reason why I'm so fast now. Is like, I'm not spending all this time... I mean, I was fast before anyway, but I think it's a huge time saver. He's got a... Okay, I got it. I got you. Yeah, I think we're getting close to being able to just get going on this doing stuff. What else do I need to separate? I need to separate this stuff. I'm just trying to think of what I might do a different color than something next to it. You know, like I know for a fact, you know, the shield is not going to look anything like his costume. Whoops. Do that. And blood. More blood. I feel quite insecure with layers, so every color gets a new layer. I can't really talk too much about that. I always start thinking, yeah, I can do this on just a couple, and then I'll end up with, like, you know, a bunch of layers. But no, I've actually been doing better lately about knowing what I need, but I do a lot of, like, I wonder if this will work, and, you know, and for that kind of stuff, a lot of times I just do it on a new layer because it's easier to change later. And I'm not a real flatter is probably looking at this going, oh, he's terrible at this. I'm probably doing something weird, but it works for me. All right, is that... Oh, no, more blood. I also don't have any reference, and I don't know if there is reference for this guy. So what do you do on a cover with no reference for the character? Limited palette? I don't know. That's what I'm gonna try. I just read you were the ongoing colorist for The Nasty. Is that from issue 3 onward? It is. I started on number 3. Kurt, have you ever colored an artist's work and just thought, what the hell? I just colored 2 pages and the hands of these people look like a grenade went off in their hands. Not really. I mean, over the years, you know, there have been a handful of, you know, panels or pages or covers, you know, I might have opinions about, but it's not my job to share those opinions. So you just roll with it, man. John Lee's writing issue number 1 was good. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm working on... I'm turning in number 4, I think, Wednesday. So yeah, it is fun. All right, so I'm gonna start on a new layer, and we're gonna call this the base, and those are our flats. And I'm also going to make another... I usually do this in reverse, but I'm going to call this big flats. And that just means it looks like that. Like, I can just grab all of that stuff at one time, because I probably will more than once. And then same thing with the rest of it. Let's see, let's flip that minus that. We'll put all of that on a thing too. And then I'm going to lock that so I don't screw it up. And so now I can, like, grab either one of those without much effort if I need them. Oh, I probably should select that minus all of this stuff. I'm just trying to think of selections. I'm going to need a bunch, which is really all of this stuff. And we'll do that. Nope, I locked that layer. There we go. So that's the big flats layer. It's just everything separated into big components. So my only note, the most important thing to the artist on this is that this thing is bloody. So, guess what? We're going to start there. And we'll build the rest of the palette around the blood. How about that? I think that's one thing I haven't done before. I've built it around a lot of different things, but I don't know if it built around any blood. Let's see. I'm going to try a few things here, most likely, and maybe some of them will work. I wonder if we do... All right, so here we have... I'm thinking. I was thinking, what if we did like a Zorn palette? I think is that what the art people, the smart art people call it? Which is basically red and what else is in that palette? First, hold on one second. Yeah. Here, I'll copy this in so you guys know what I'm talking about. So this is, you can mix from like, what is it, red, oh, there was it 4 colors? Vermilion, as they call it, ivory black, flake white, yellow ochre. Like those 4 colors will let you mix basically everything you're seeing here. And so I'm thinking about that because in that palette, like red is already kind of it's kind of an accent color in that to me, like just looking at the whole palette. And so that sounds fitting. Maybe. Or something in that ballpark, maybe. And especially having that axe go be very stark, very bright against that red, because red's a pretty dark color. And yeah, his skin is very orange, but I'm not gonna do it quite as orange as everything else. And how dark is that? I'm gonna push, let's see. See what I mean about needing those big flats that just did all that in 2 clicks instead of, 20. So maybe that's as dark as we get, right about there. this back in for now. I'm not ready for that to be that different just yet. And my theory is, very quickly, I'll show you all what I mean. So my thinking is, what if we took, like, let's see, what is the shadows doing on this? So, like, the shadows, we got some shadows under his chin, right side of his arm, underside of the shield. So the light is coming from the top. But I'm wondering if there's some, like, if we do, like, give me a second here. This is really just sketchy stuff. But something like that, with some of that built back in. I think I know what we need to do. Possibly. Excuse me. Very curious to see how you'll give depth in this panel. Cool. My Kurt ASMR while I build books at work with morning coffee. Hey Chris, how's it going? Chris is one of the, are you considered a co-creator on Black Box Chronicles? Is that fair? Or creator? I don't know. But yeah, thanks for coming by, man. Watching your stream after a long something. Miss your beard look. It's coming back. I mean, it's coming back. It'll be back before you know it. Grayer than before. Can you talk about how to choose bolder stylized colors, stepping away from local colors? Split the writing. Okay, cool. Realize, Davey, that the colors that you choose don't have to have any bearing whatsoever on the local colors if you don't want it to. That was the big thing for me, is for the longest time I kept like, well, how do I make this local? Like, forget local color, forget everything about local color except for maybe like how dark and light things are. And if you can break it down like that, then you realize that it doesn't matter what the colors are. It's that part that's trying to, at least for me, it was that part that was trying to tie it back to local colors, and it weakens it. It weakens it and weakens it. Just go straight for whatever palette you're going for. And I know that sounds like it's probably too simple advice, but it's it applies. Excuse me, sorry. I'm debating just how I want to do this. Like, there's so many ways we could do this. Let's do a layer on top so I can adjust what's underneath in case I need to. And what is that? Right about there. We can go a little oranger. All right. And now, just for those playing along at home, I'm going to switch to the selection for referred layers. And so now you'll see all the selections I make are going to be referring to that flats layer. We were discussing this earlier. And if you weren't here for that, I figured I would clarify. Yeah, if you remember, I was actually the colorist on Dark One from Vault. That was drawn by Nate. If you read that book, then it's the same artist that did this. But yeah, I think I'll just basically use this orange all over, and to keep this palette like super limited, and that way, Addison, who I think, well, I don't know who's coloring this book to be honest. Addison Duke was coloring the main series. I don't know if he's doing this one, so, but that way, if we do completely limited palette, then the colorist on this book can just decide what color this guy can be, because he has not been established yet. And that's part of the reason why that I'm doing a limited palette on this one, is because I don't actually have any reference colors on this guy. So that'll be a fun little challenge. And I'm not really thinking about this. This is, at this point, it's basically a value. You know, it's a value drawing again, without grays. It's just you know, right now it's from green to orange. So if you think about it that way, it's very, very simple. Anywhere you want the color to start getting brighter, just use that color. That is not the same. Is that the same color? It's not the same color, is it? It's close. Yeah, sometimes it probably doesn't matter. But I think what we can do to fix this is I do want all this to be one color at this point. Control click that layer, put a new layer on top, fill it with the color you want it to be, and then erase the rest, and it should be the same. Yeah. Or you can merge that or whatever. It should be the same. Yeah. There we go. So if it helps, like in my brain at the moment, this is my darkest color. This is going to be my mid-tone color, and then somewhere in here we'll end up with some yellows that are a little bit brighter than that. I'll probably push the value on that a little bit, but that's kind of like, that's the value scale that I'm kind of leaning toward on this one. And so if you're more comfortable working, you know, in black and white or grayscale, if you do want to work that way, it's the same thing. It's just that instead of, you know, grays fading into, you know, white, just added some color. So it's like, yeah, it's a human gradient map. There you go. Excuse me. Hello, color fans. Welcome, Art Tangent Art. Hi, Kurt. How am I? I am okay. How are you? I'm pretty good. I'm an AI. Yeah, I am. None of this is real. This is all Chat GPT and Midjourney Live. It's a new plugin I developed. What's funny is we're probably 2 years away from that, where you guys won't even know. You won't know if it's me. Yeah, actually, there's gonna be a channel with like a really just really adorable little anime girl, and she's gonna be really knowledgeable about color, and nobody's gonna know where she came from. We've never been seen in the same room together. You wouldn't know. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I think. Yeah, just take over. I use one of those anime body things and get a voice changer, and yeah, man, we'll do it big. What's scary is that is completely possible right now if I wanted to. The big money will be in plugins that detect AI. Yeah, we're gonna have to have tech to tell us whether something was AI or not at some point. That's gonna have to happen. Because just because right now you can tell does not mean you're gonna be able to tell in the future. Not at the rate that these things are growing and changing. And I'm trying to make sure these little spikes look like spikes, and so they're basically little cylinders that get stretched into a point. It's all cylinders, man. It's all cylinders all the way down. There's a YouTuber I used to watch a good bit, Borodante. You guys have heard me talk about him, or Boro CG, I think he is now. He's not doing as many painting things as he used to do, but his old videos on his channel are killer, and about color and all kinds of stuff. But I learned a ton from his channel. But he he called them sausages. He's like, man, everything is sausages, because like he could pretty much break down anything into, you know, some sort of, you know, sausage type shape, you know, regardless of what it was. So it does help. You can break down anything into sausages or cylinders or any of that stuff. Whatever works for you. And let's see, back here. Yeah, we're just gonna sort of, right now, we're gonna kind of hint at some light back here, but not gonna get too intense with it. And just trying to follow basically the contours of the drawing wherever I can. And now y'all can see why I didn't bother flatting all that stuff, because I knew I wasn't gonna get in there and separate all that stuff too finely. let's see. I'm gonna go up to what about right there? I'm thinking. And this is actually a pencil tool. If you're familiar with Ron Chan, he's a really good artist, and he's got a Gumroad that is has some good brushes on it. It's where this came from. I think it's a free brush, but I like it. Morning, everyone. Hey, Mr. Woods, how's it going? Oh yeah, thank you, Jason, for linking that brush. I appreciate it. You're just about to take a shower and decided to cancel at all costs. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. All right, and let's see what else. Yeah, on the YouTube you can you don't have to take a shower for YouTube, but appreciate it. Yeah, sorry I'm at that point where I don't know what to tell you. I am I'm trying to find all of the little places where we can add some light to make this interesting. Not make it interesting, make it the colors interesting. It's already interesting. Uh, and what else? What else? Do all the weapons in this book have faces? I don't think all of them do, but several of them do, though. Yeah, it's very funny. Very, very funny. My favorite character in the book is Axe, for sure. Do, 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 do. Sorry, I'm trying to find that. What layer that was on. I am thinking. I'm wondering. Sorry, I gotta trying something here. Maybe later. Yeah, I'll probably shift some of these colors around a little bit. But yeah, for now I'm still basically treating this like a more of a value study. I need to I'll figure out what I'm doing in that front plane also. That will help. Also, that background is terrible. That's part of the problem. It's like, what color should that be? Because gray ain't it. Yeah, that's a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. Just trying to dirty this up a little bit. I don't want it to look too clean to start with. And plus, with this being a cooler temperature, it pulls it off the background immediately. Because really, there's nothing else cool, even remotely cool, on this from a color standpoint, and so it makes the axe immediately feel like a very different plane. Excuse me. And to make the blood look slick, I'm trying to use little small specular type highlights, and that will tend to make things look kind of wet. And I'll do some really bright highlights on this in a second. That will also kind of set that off. And again, when you do it like this, it doesn't take much, but it immediately starts feeling like it's wet or slick or whatever. It goes a long way to make things look gooey. Gooey, gooey, gooey. Are they alive or just ornamental? No, all these weapons have personalities and attitudes and all that stuff. It's pretty awesome. Going back and forth on these hands and what color I want them to be. All right, on an overlay layer on top of the rendering under the lines, I'm gonna start pushing some of these colors around a little bit. And kind of tint what's there. Let's see, let's bring that down. I'm just desaturating some of this stuff too, to lean it cool. I don't want to lean that shield too cool because it will be in conflict with that axe. So I'm just going to warm it up actually a little bit. And same thing with this guy. I'm going to desaturate him a little bit. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I want to figure out how I want to separate him from the plane of bodies back here. And I'm thinking I just blend that with the background a little bit. And then, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what's on that layer. Not much. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is basically imagine sort of a gradient coming from the sky down to his legs, but instead of an actual gradient, like just painting that in, and then I will probably, might even shift the color of the lines back here a little bit to make this look like it's even further back there. And I'm just using the color of the sky basically, or exactly, not even basically. But what that does, though, it starts to separate him from that background a little bit more than it is. Sorry if you guys are hearing noises and stuff. There's something running around outside. Some equipment. Sorry. I keep making selections like all this stuff is selected because I'm used to it being separate in the flats, and it's not. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the lines only. For this stuff in the background. And I probably don't have to go down all this way, about right there. And on a clipping mask attached to the inks, we're going to lighten those lines. I'm just going to start with a light that is, or one that is too light, and then we'll dial it back. So we'll start there, and then we'll just darken it. There we go. And actually, all of that can just be brighter, I think will help. Yeah, it separates him from that background a lot better than it was. And I think I want to lighten. Let's separate all of that. And his face. Yeah, I think I want to lighten this stuff up a little bit. Now, Axe's eyes glow. I don't know if this guy's glows, but I'm going to assume that they do. So I'm going to do a little... just a soft glow around his eyes. Why is that not working? That's not what I want it to do. Do I prefer a clip over PS? Yeah, go to, I'm going to link this, comiccolor.com/FAQ. I've got a whole nice explanation about that. And I answered it earlier too. Have you ever been in the same room as any other anime girl? I don't, maybe. I don't know. What program can you use to record and make speed paint videos? OBS is the easiest one to use by far. It's not close. All right. I'm not sure that I like the light background. I'm thinking about something else. Red is actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. And it kind of sets off all the blood too. All right, so let's make this guy as gooey as the other guy. All right. Sorry, I'm actually doing like thinking and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna change this guy up a little bit. He's a little too close to the guy in terms of like value. So I'm pulling him out a little bit. And I'm just kind of dirtying this up a little bit with some other, just some textures. It's a little too smooth. All right, I think I'm at a stopping point on this. No, you know what this needs though? This needs to be brighter. Yep, I'm definitely doing more staring at it than working at this point. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Any questions? Everybody's an expert now. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting hungry. Going pro today? Oh, good. Expert-ish. You made us all experts. Good, good. My job is done. My work here is done. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for today. I'm going to probably go to lunch, come back, look at this, and see what needs to be done. it's in one of those. It's one of those things where I know I need to step away. I think, and get a look at it in a second. But yeah, thanks to everybody for watching. If you happen to be new around here, which I don't think any of you are, but if you're new, do check the description. Click a button somewhere. Click any button, and yeah, I've got courses on how to color with Clip, Procreate, Photoshop down the description. Patreon stuff to click on. Subscribe, like, comment, all that. This is too much. It's just too much. I'm asking too much. Like, I just want to watch, man. You gotta be clicking buttons. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care.